Guys, I've been busy at work today, so yeah, I know. A little rocky there. Okay, but anyway, I told y'all I would go over my experience as far as applying. So I applied a couple years ago, trying to get into nursing school. I called myself going through a junior college. I graduated there first, 2 years. I did the 2+2 program, which is a program you do pretty much taking all these classes on these lists you're following for these universities. Pretty much, you know, making sure you take all those classes that you're supposed to take before you go into a BSN program. So I did that, went through 2 years, graduated from JC with my associates in arts at that time. That's what they do, even though you take a bunch of sciences and stuff for nursing. Got that degree, went on to USM. Of course, went to USM thinking, this is where I'm going to nursing school. This is where I'm going to become a nurse. I applied with a 4.0 GPA coming out of JC. And of course, somebody beat me out. Had a good ACT score, but hey, those schools all about who you know. Anyway, so it was a blessing in disguise. I finished the semester there really well. Partied, of course. Had a lot of party days at USM. Like, I got some of my college experience there versus anywhere else. So I applied to Bishop. Bishop shot me down. They waited to the very last minute to let me know that I didn't send my T-score in correctly, which I took the T's like 3 times, and I was always like 3 points under what every school wanted me to have. So don't get discouraged because I failed it, okay? I bombed it, but I was like a couple of points under it every time, and I was upset. I was frustrated. I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to become something else. Of course, I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was growing up, and I'm still really good at that, y'all. I can draw and I can sew and do all that, but mom and dad said, go on to be something that's gonna make you some money one day. And of course, who would have thought it was something I already loved, something I was already doing. But anyway, after that, left USM, thought I was gonna get into Bishop, which is in Mobile, Alabama. Didn't get in there. I applied to several other schools as well. Alcorn State University, which is a historically black university. Woo woo. I am a Brave. It was a different experience because I've never been to HBCU. And everybody was like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun. And I'm like, it's nursing school. What's gonna be fun about it, you know? But our nursing school was actually in Natchez, Mississippi. So my 2 years in Natchez, Mississippi were different. I was able to concentrate. I was able to focus. Of course, let me back up. I accepted my spot into the program, nursing program at Alcorn State. So, I mean, being there was amazing. It was boring, very boring. It was like a retirement city, but it was historic. It was so much to learn. Like, I learned so much being there. Going through school, I started out the very timid, shy student. I was afraid that I was always gonna do something wrong, and of course that I was gonna be scorned about it. Oh God, it was so tough for me. I mean, so tough. But guess what? My teachers believed in me and they rolled my tail. They rolled my tail. I used to go home and just want to punch the wall. But you know what? I got some of the best experience. Natchez Community Hospital, Natchez Regional Hospital, Mississippi State University Hospital, UMMC, Batson's Children's Hospital. I mean, the works. Labor and delivery, oncology, NICU, all kind of stuff. When I tell you I had the most experience, I think I would have never gotten anywhere else if I would have chose there, if God wouldn't have brought me there, you know? So be wise. That's my advice to you all out there who's applying for nursing school. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? I did that. That did not go well, okay? Put all your eggs in several baskets and come out in the end choosing the best benefit for you, okay? So that's what I did. It might not have worked for everybody, but it worked for me. Went there. My experience through nursing school, if I could describe it in words, and I would do it in a timeline order: exciting, dreadful, scary, depressing a little bit, disappointing a little bit, just timid, then in the end, strong, faith, tears of joy, happiness, proud, accomplishments. That's exactly how I would do it. I mean, if I could do it all over again, I would. No, I wouldn't. I promise you I would. But I would. Anyway, so yeah, nursing school brought so many mixed emotions and feelings. I don't know. And I lived alone when I went to nursing school too, so I don't know. Oh my God, like, it's an indescribable feeling. Like, I promise you all, only your classmates know what you're going through, okay? Only them. Only people who've been in nursing school and are going through nursing school with you are gonna know how you feel during this time. Your parents are gonna kind of encourage you and tell you can do it and no, you can't come home. Of course, they had to tell me that one time before because I was gonna come home. But no, I'm telling you, it's the most rewarding thing in the world to know that you're pushing yourself to learn. And how hard it is in nursing school, when you get out here on the workforce, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like the textbook. Of course, you have to learn the information and the knowledge to get through it. I mean, but you need to know that knowledge as well when you're out here on this workforce, because you never know. But when real life situations happen, you need to know what to do first hand off, you know? So, I mean, I can tell you 100 times, the tests are not easy until you learn how to test the way a nurse tests. You know, it's NCLEX style. These are not knowledge-based questions. These questions are asking you what and how would you do it, but what is the best way to do it. It's always 2 right answers, okay? They're not lying when they tell you that, 2 right answers. So the best way to do it. And a lot of times they got me. I'm gonna tell you my secret. I went through first semester and I struggled. I got through with the C that was barely there to pass that class. Thank Jesus, got on my knees and prayed that second semester would be so much better. Second semester was a little bit better because it was easier for the subjects that we were doing. Of course, I had experience with the children and stuff like that. So, you know, that wasn't too hard for me. Psychology, you know, things like that. I would say I struggled the most with med surges because I had no experience before this, but I knew how to care. I knew this was what I wanted. I knew this is what, you know, I was going to be a registered nurse. I knew this was who I am. So I would say an advice for people who are in nursing school now, if you're in your first level or second level, throughout school, we were just juniors and seniors. We didn't do that first and second, third, fourth levels and stuff, but I've heard it before here, like on the coast. But when you go through it, I just want to encourage you to look at me and say, this is where I want to be when I finish, okay? I'm telling you, it's the most rewarding thing in the world. I wouldn't trade doing any of it in the world because this is where I want to be. And you have to know that nursing is not all about the money. Yeah, you want to get paid for all this hard, gruesome work you do, but you're not going to get paid what you're worth. I'm telling you that. But, you know, unless you travel, but it's going to be so rewarding to you. You're going to be tired, blood, sweat, tears. You're probably too tired to talk to your own family sometimes, but when you wake up in the morning, you're refreshed, you're ready to battle that day all over again, okay? Advice when to get into the end, I had to use a tutor called TootRN. You can find her on Instagram at TootRN. Her website is also TootRN. She was the best at doing this. She helped me through it. After graduating, I went into oncology, which is the study of cancer, day shift at that. Got a lot of experience there, and I wouldn't have traded that for the world. Went on to the GI clinic, of course, and then now in surgery where I am, and hopefully to travel soon. But I love to give y'all any more advice of my experiences, anything y'all want, just let me know. All right.
Want to know why you should attend WGU? Drop a comment below. Follow me on Instagram at _ash_.